Do like okay, all right, Devon. Let's say if you like, you're a health inspector, right?
Yes.
And your job is to make sure it's like is the food safe or is the food not safe, right? So you got to make sure
Yes.
that's basically part of your job, right? Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So I made these videos as a lesson to make sure some kids should be careful of what they eat or not, because if they're not careful what they're eating, then that's a problem, right?
Oh, I get it now. Yep.
Yeah, because you never know what could happen. I mean, either it could be that or something else in there, because I mean you never know. I mean some stuff in reality is not safe, and that's coming from both of us, because I mean we got to be careful of these foods because you never know what could have happened. So of course, so I'd rather be safe than sorry than be the sorry one, because if
That
that
is true.
happens, then that's an issue. Is that right?
Yeah. Also, remind me to get you your Let's Go Eat game, okay?
Uh, okay, yeah, sure, thank you. Hold on, just yeah, and people, if you're doing fast foods like this, just make sure you don't do it too much, because we don't want you. Me and Devin don't want you to overweight yourselves. Is that right?
That's right.
Yeah.
And also, if you drink water,
Mm-hmm.
please do not drink too much water because it's going to drain your sodium, which is which is really unsafe to eat, and also it's against your health. So
That's also true. So we're just trying to play safe without anything happening there, because if we're not careful, that can end very bad, and that would not be a pretty image either. It would not end. It would end very horribly. And that's coming from
yep.
both of us, because I mean Devin has some experiences with this, and because I have to learn something from him, that we gotta be aware of the sugar. Be aware of the sugar.
Uh-huh.
Because if you're not aware of the sugar, your teeth is gonna rot, and that's not gonna end well.
And the other
When
thing
the
is,
day you people do your dentist appointments, I mean that's
and
basically
also,
important too.
it's always important to go to your doctors once a year for your annual checkup because it's a part of life.
Mm-hmm. Also true. Very true indeed. Very true. Because if you don't do it, then that sounds like a you problem, and I know
Yep.
that would end very 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 horribly here.
And all doctors are your friends, especially dentists.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got doctors, you got nurses, you got dentists. Mm-hmm. That's very good for you. If you're taking a flu shot, if you're like sick or something, then yeah, you got to make sure just
And
don't
also,
go
it's
too
always good to
crazy.
get a shot too.
If you're sick, if you had a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, those two, you just never know until that day happens. You just never know. Until that
And
happens,
also,
just don't go crazy with the food. That's
yep,
the ordeal.
yep. In case you just said, please follow the symptoms.
Hmm.
Drink just drink plenty of hot tea with halls
Mm-hmm.
and get lots of sleep and also dress warm.
Exactly, because we don't want you to go outside willy nilly, and you're not in good condition. You can't do that. It would not end well. It will end very horribly.
Perfect.
No, like seriously. I mean, that's from me and Devin. I mean, we taking our stuff very seriously. We're just trying to be careful. I got water right here, and I got a Sprite, and I know Sprites have sugar in them too.
And also, and folks, it's okay to drink water. Just don't go too crazy with water because if you drink like 5, 6 bottles at a time, you're gonna drink your sodium so hard that the sodium won't never come back.
Yeah, that would end very horribly, including drowning yourself in the process too. That would not end well either, because I had to learn that from my teacher from school, in mastery, and that's a real thing. Like no, like seriously, that's actually a real thing. That's a problem. And I did not know about until now that I'm just trying to be careful. And I have to eat like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches like some days. Some days I eat it, and then some days I just choose something else. But I just try to be careful what I'm eating. So yeah, I mean the milk you can drink milk. Milk is healthy for you too because it makes your bones a lot stronger. If you're doing training, then yes.
And also, you can't drink too much milk.
If you do that, there gotta be a consequence there.
Too much milk will also drain your sodium.
That could be a problem too. If you're not careful. So yeah, you better listen to us very wisely and make better life choices.
If you have any questions, go to www.health.com.
Mm-hmm. And you guys can subscribe to Devon's channel and Elemental Jones 154 to make more of these videos about food because that's very, very, very important. And to be careful about what we're eating. What you guys are eating. Just to be in the safe side because you never know what could have happened there. Because if I remember correctly from one day of my lifetime in mastery, Mr. Jake was showing us this video that there was a girl that was eating these red I think it was those Cheeto red ones, those hot ones, those red ones. Yeah. And she went to the hospital for that one and it did not end well. But she was still alive, just had to be careful of that type of chips. Because if you're not careful, you might end up like that one did. It would not end very well there. So just to be
just once in a while.
Yeah, just don't overdo it. That's the thing. Because if you overdo it, that's not gonna end well. And that's coming from both of us. I know Devon had to help some. No, like seriously, that's serious right there. That's some serious business right there. And I know I wouldn't even. I know I wouldn't even do that. But still, like.
But too much stuff will consume your soul, and then you will automatically die.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yep. You guys can thank Devon and me for telling you this lesson to be careful what we are eating because if you're not careful, it's a problem. So, sayonara, people. Devon. Yep. Wait, you didn't say say like a goodbye word or something? I don't know.
Oh yes. And folks, just do me a favor and have a nice day.
All right. Sayonara, amigos. Adios.
Bye bye.
See ya.